I don't know why, but lately I've been thinking a lot about death.
Funerals can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $15,000.
I wouldn't want to burden them with my funeral costs.
Choosy lets you choose funeral insurance with confidence and costs no more.
That's why I bought funeral insurance. And now that I've purchased some peace of mind, I can do the things I've always dreamed about. Like calculating what a $6,000 funeral can actually cost you if you buy it using funeral insurance. Actually, dying early is a great way to get value for money from funeral insurance.
Looking after my family is very...
But if you're thinking about paying for a funeral in advance and don't want to be a financial burden to yourself, remember that the product you see advertised the most...
Luckily, I found Choosy.
...isn't the only option. Nice shirt. A prepaid funeral lets you stipulate what type of funeral you want. Although obviously there are some things you can't control.
I specifically said she shouldn't be here!
But if you prepay for your funeral, you shouldn't end up spending more than today's price for it, which may not be the case with funeral insurance. Funeral bonds aren't very well known. In fact, an ASIC report last year found that even some people who bought funeral bonds still didn't know what they were. With a funeral bond, you're not investing in a funeral as such. You're investing in a special fund. Once the money's in, you can't get it back. Until you die. Your investment's guaranteed, and any money the investment makes is added to your funeral fund. Now, there are pros and cons with each option, but according to Choice, funeral insurance is generally less cost-effective. And none of them are cost-effective if you're already covered. Hey, funeral cover is sometimes included with your superannuation or with life insurance if you've got that, which I do. So before you buy anything new, check to see what you've already got, because you only die once. Hello? There is a DIY option too. British consumer group Which says a high-interest savings account is the simplest and safest option to save for a funeral. Set and forget auto transfers to a high-interest account are worth considering here in Australia too, so long as you don't mind your bank statements constantly reminding you you're going to die. And it's not a bad idea to make the account in joint names. That way when you die, the other signatory can access the money easily. Thanks, Grandpa, but it's only for my funeral, okay?
Hooray! Off to the party!
So remember, if you're thinking of paying for your own funeral, it's worth doing a bit of research, even though that's a hassle. Otherwise, you might be digging a hole for yourself. Which incidentally is the cheapest option of all.